Gurupya Namaha. This is Lakshmi from Pon Vidyashram. Welcome you all children. Today I am going to take a lesson from Geography, Chapter 2, Inside Our Earth. Introduction. The Earth originates about 5 million years ago. It is constantly undergoing changes inside and outside. We still have limited information about what is inside our Earth. A detailed study of the interior of the Earth is done by geologists. Geologists are scientists who studies formation of the Earth and composition of the Earth. Most of our knowledge about the Earth's structure and interior is based on the density of materials and the behaviors of the earthquake waves. The Earth is a dynamic planet. In the dynamic planet, we have lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and biosphere, which all are physical appearing on the uppermost layers of the Earth. From the center of the Earth to the uppermost layers of the Earth, totally we have 6,400 kilometers of distance. It is impossible to reach the center of the Earth because the temperature inside increases with the increase in depth. The deepest mine in the world is in South Africa. It is about 4 kilometers deep. To reach for petroleum, the engineers are able to dig a hole about 6 kilometers deep. To reach to the center of the earth, you will have to dig a hole 6,400 kilometers deep on the ocean floor. This is not possible. Now move on to interior of the earth. We can start with a kind of comparative analysis. If you have ever worked around with the peeling of onion cut into the half, you would see there are centric rings. Similar to the structure of onion, you have the earth's interior. As you can see, there are different layers which are visible in an onion when you have a cross section. Similarly, inside our earth, there are three major layers. The outermost is called the crust. Next to crust is the mantle and the innermost is known as the core. Now, each of these three, that is the crust, the mantle and the core, are further subdivided into two sections, that is outer layer and inner layer. This picture represents the interior of the earth divided into different layers. We are going to read about each one of them. The first layer is the crust. It is the outermost solid part of the earth. It is also called lithosphere. During the earthquake, it is a crust that breaks easily because it is a thin layer. The density of material increase as we go more and more deep. Therefore, the material which are available in the crust have low density. The thickness of the crust varies under the oceanic and continental areas, and this obviously because ocean filled with water. You all know the Mariana Trench in Pacific is the deepest part of the world ocean with the depth of 10,994 meters, nearly 11 kilometers downwards. The upper part of the crust is called continental crust, is about 35 kilometers thick. The lower part is called oceanic crust, is about 5 kilometers thick. The continental crust is made up of silica, that is Si, and alumina, in short Al, and so it is called as Cl. The oceanic crust is made up of silica Si and magnesium, that is Ma, and therefore it is called as Sema. The outer crust has soil. It also provides us with most of the minerals. The second layer is the mantle. In between the crust and outer core, we have mantle. It is 2,900 kilometers thick. The upper portion of the mantle is called asthenosphere. Upper mantle and crust is called lithosphere. Astheno means weak, and due to its weakness, the magma finds way to the surface during volcanic eruption. Now the total thickness of crust and upper mantle, which is also known as the lithosphere, is 200 kilometers. The lower mantle extends beyond the asthenosphere and it is in solid states. This layer is also responsible for all the Earth's volcanic and seismic activities because 2,900 kilometer thickness is pretty spacious area for the formation of such natural calamities. Laboratory experiments on rocks and minerals says that between 100 and 200 kilometer below the earth's surface, the temperature of the rock is nearest melting point. Therefore, molten rocks erupted by some volcanoes, which originates in this region of the mantle. The mantle is made up of dense and heavy materials such as iron and magnesium. The temperature in the mantle is very high. Magma is found in this layer. The next layer is core. Core lies between the mantle and around the center of the earth. Core comprises of inner and outer core. The outer core is in liquid states while the inner core is in solid states. The density of the material at the core is going to be the highest. And we have repeatedly read this that the density of material increase as we go more and more deep inside the earth. The core is made up of very heavy material mostly constituted by nickel and iron. It is sometimes referred to as knife, that is Ni nickel, and Fe ferrous, that is iron. As we know that the core is divided into two layers, the outer and inner core. The outer core body is the earth's mantle and it is approximately 2300 kilometers in thickness, and the inner core is approximately of 1200 kilometer thickness. So the thickness of inner core and the outer core is 3500 kilometers. The outer core consists of nickel and iron in molten stage with the temperature range between 4000 to 5000 degree Celsius. The inner core on the other hand is composed mostly of iron and has a temperature range between 4000 to 7000 degrees Celsius, and the inner core has mostly solid. This is about the structure of the earth. Next, we move on to rocks and minerals. The earth crust is made up of rocks and minerals. Rocks are those materials which are obtained from the earth's crust. They include not only the hard materials such as granite and marble, but also soft and loose materials such as chalk, clay, sand, and salt. Rocks are made up of minerals. They do not possess a definite chemical composition. Minerals are naturally occurring substances present in rocks. These are solid substances which have a definite chemical composition. A rock in which a particular mineral is found in a large percentage is called the ore of that mineral. Mining is mostly done in those areas where ores occur. Any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth's crust is called a rock. Rocks can be of different color, size and textures. There are three major types of rocks: igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. About these types of rock we will see in the next part of the video. Now I am going to read the textbook. Inside our earth. The earth, our homeland, is a dynamic planet. It is constantly undergoing changes inside and outside. Have you ever wondered what lies in the interior of the earth? What is the earth made up of? Do you know the deepest mine in the world is in South Africa? It is about 4 kilometers deep in search for oil. Engineers have dug a hole about 6 kilometers deep. To reach to the center of the earth, you will have to dig a hole 6000 kilometers deep on the ocean floor. Interior of the earth. Just like an onion, the earth is made up of several concentric layers with one inside another. The uppermost layer over the earth's surface is called the crust. It is the thinnest of all the layers. It is about 35 kilometers on the continental masses and only 5 kilometers on the ocean floor. The main mineral constituents of the continental mass are silica and alumina. It is thus called Cl. Si silica and Al alumina. The oceanic crust mainly consists of silica and magnesium. It is therefore called SIMA, Si silica and Ma magnesium. Just beneath the crust is the mantle, which extends up to a depth of 2900 km below the crust. Do you know the crust forms only 1% of the volume of the earth? 84% consists of the mantle and 15% makes the core. The radius of the earth is 6371 km. Innermost layer is the core with a radius of about 3500 km. It is mainly made up of nickel and iron and is called Ni nickel and Fe ferrous, that is iron. The central core has very high temperature and pressure. Rocks and minerals. The Earth's crust is made up of various types of rocks. Any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the Earth's crust is called a rock. Rocks can be of different color, size, and texture. There are three major types of rocks: igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. So, type of rocks we will see in the next part of this video.